Hello there guys, and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 5 video on my channel. So today I'm going to be taking you through another part of the storm/autumn season of Series 2 in Forza Horizon 5, the holiday kind of series thingamajig. And I'm going to be showing you how to complete this week's 3 PR stunts. This is the thing I've been doing pretty much from the start. Within the first couple of weeks I started doing the PR stunts in each playlist. I've done a guide pretty much every week since, so it is one of the more popular things to do in the playlist. It's probably one of the quicker things to do. So I'll always do a guide on it, including some good tunes for you to get these completed easily. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be taking you through all 3 of these PR stunts. I've got a tune for each one, and I'll show you how I did it to get the reward. So you get a wheel spin for each, plus 2 points for each. So that's 6 points overall, and 3 wheel spins, which will be handy towards your Koenigsegg 1-to-1 and your Exocet Forza edition, as well as the gingerbread outfit, which will probably be able to unlock this season, and also towards the Aventador SVJ as well, which I'm really looking forward to. Other note, on the Horizon Secret Santa, we're about a quarter of the way along the bar, so keep this up guys. If we keep this amount of gifts up every season, we'll have unlocked the PLP50 prize by the end of spring. So hopefully if we go a bit faster, keep gifting. However, do note that the gifting via the Forzathon shop, when you actually claim the reward by smashing the present at the Horizon Wonderland, it doesn't actually get added to your garage. So if you are going to gift, then I'd do it via the gift drop feature through the barn finds, because that does actually work. Just a little tip for you there. But let's actually get on to these 3 PR stunts. So the first one we'll be doing is the Cascadas, sorry, wrong one, I'll be doing that in a bit. I'm going to do the Costa Rocosa speed zone, where you need an A-class unlimited buggy. This is basically just like off-road buggies, but for some reason they decided to call everything unlimited in Horizon 5 instead of extreme. Don't ask me why, it's Forza that created it, not me, so they named it. So it's over here on kind of the west side of the map, just below the Baja circuit. We need 100 miles an hour for the seasonal objective, 90 miles an hour for 3 stars. So if we get the seasonal objective, we're going to be able to get 3 stars as well. I personally haven't done this one yet, so that's going to be handy towards my accolades. Anyway, so the car I'm going to be using is an auto show car to make it good for you. So if I pop in here and I filter to unlimited buggies, which is obviously near the bottom, wrong one, unlimited buggies. So I've only got 2. I've got the Funko Motorsports F9 and I've got the Exocet Off-Road from 2018. So this is the standard version of the Forza Edition car that you get for 45 points this season. So it's only 50,000 in the auto show. I think it's the cheapest. It's got 6.2 litre V8 in it because and I put big engines in small cars. So it produces 460 horsepower. It weighs less than 800 kilograms, and it's actually pretty good. We've got full off-road tyres, a rear wing, which isn't a Forza rear wing, so it actually looks good. And I'm hoping it's going to be good. So the tune, the share code for this tune, if you want to use it, you can use my gamer tag if you want to, but if you're very specific and you want to use the share code, then that is as follows. So it's called Seasonal Zone, and the share code is 840799280. And I'll leave that on the screen for a few seconds, and there you go. So pause it if you missed that. So I'm going to be starting from this bottom side, just because we can carry more speed up and round this corner, whereas if you came around here you'd be carrying not as much speed. I don't really know which way is best because I've never done this one before. So I'm just going to set off. As you can see, first and second gear are quite short, but once you get going you're alright. It's only because the car doesn't have very big top speed, it only goes 140 miles an hour, but we don't need any more than that for this speed zone. So I don't really know where I'm going, but I'm just going to kind of send it round here. And there you go, 102.41. So that was by far not the best run. You could easily squeeze 105 miles an hour without even trying. So that's the speed zone completed. So now we can move on to the next one. Okay, so the next one is the Pyramid of the Sun speed trap, where we need 120 miles an hour for the seasonal objective and 165 miles an hour for 3 stars. So I don't know whether we'll be able to get 3 stars, but 120 miles an hour is all we need. So we need an S1 class Audi RS6 from 2003. So it's a specific car. This car's just over 100,000 in the auto show, but it'll probably be cheaper in the auction. However, I haven't checked, so I can't say anything about that. So my tune doesn't actually take us to the top of S1 class. We're only like just over middle of S1 class. However, it's got 1,270 horsepower. It goes very, very fast. It's got 10 gears, and it's also got drag tyres on it because why not? I didn't know it was an off-road PR stunt when I made the tune, so I put drag tyres on it. But that shouldn't be a problem because we need to go in a straight line. We don't need to take any corners. So drag tyres for the win, Audi RS6. Anyway, so it's called Seasonal Trap. Share code is 151954684. Or as always, use my gamer tag as mentioned before. So I'm going to be starting from kind of this direction. I'm going to hope that I can kind of cut this corner here and floor it. I apologise for my map being full as well, by the way. As you can see, it won't let me filter my map. I probably need to restart my game, but for the sake of recording this video, I couldn't really be bothered. You could go this way, but the only problem is you've got this corner, and I'm not sure how fast you can take it, especially with drag tyres. So that's why I'm going this way. So, essentially, we're just going to floor it and see what happens. I would suggest being in manual because the gears are a bit funky, but you know. There you go, 138 miles an hour. So that isn't quite 3 stars. However, that is not what we came here for. We beat the seasonal objective by 18 miles an hour. So pretty easy. Thank you, Forza, because that was actually really, really easy. So that is the speed trap completed. Now we can move on to the final one, which is the danger sign. Okay, so the last one is the Cascadas danger sign, where we need an A-class Ford. So it can be any Ford. It doesn't have to be an A-class stock. You can upgrade it up to A-class. And we need 213 metres for the season objective. However, you may want to push that further to get the 3-star objective, which is 289.6. However, we only need 213 for the purpose of this video. So the car I'm going to be using, again going down the auto show route and the very, very cheap route, is this. So if I go to Ford, you can see Ford is one of the most populated car brands in Forza. They've just got loads of cars, and this is like a small percentage of them. So there's quite a lot you can choose from. There's the Bronco Welcome Pack, which has lots of horsepower and lots of torque, but is quite heavy, so probably won't be very good on this danger sign. I, however, am going with the 2009 Ford Focus RS, 25,000 in the auto show, so it's one of the cheapest. The only car cheaper than this, in fact, is the Ford Fiesta from 2014, which is only 20,000. It packs up nearly 400 horsepower. It's only 1.2 tonnes, so it's pretty light. And having driven this vehicle before, it's actually pretty fast. So I'm hoping that it's going to be good for this as well. So if we go into the tunes again for the third time, and then we in here. When you ready? So it's called Midnight Battle because that's the name of the championship I created it for a couple of weeks ago. However, the share code for it is 752934945, or you can use my game tag as usual. So I'm going to be starting down the road because this is A-class and I'm not sure how fast this car is because I haven't driven it in a few weeks. I'm giving myself the best shot possible by starting all the way down here by this junction, and the danger sign is here. So I'm just hoping that's going to give us enough speed to clear it. So as you can see, first gears are quite short. I think it's got an 8-gear gearbox, so I think that's why the gears are quite short. So yeah, again I would recommend manual for this. So we're hitting at about 150 miles an hour, which is quite impressive actually. However, we only got 200 metres, so that's the first failure of the day. So that tells me that either this car's crap, I'm crap at driving, or I didn't take a long enough run up. And I think it's option C, because I believe in this car, and I believe in my skill to drive this car in a straight line. And I'm sure you would agree. So I'm rewinding all the way back here. Okay, so first tip of the day then, among many, sorry, is to drive a bit further down the road. And when I say a bit further down that road, I mean like down to this cross-country thing here. And I'm hoping this will give us another 13 metres, which equals a couple more miles an hour in terms of it. So yeah, a little tip for you there. Because I am now where I started before. I'm doing 115 miles an hour, so that is going to give me a good advantage, and hopefully I'll be able to hit this about 160, 165 miles an hour, which is near the top speed of this car, to be honest. Right, so hitting it 157. Is it going to be enough? You have to be kidding me, right? Yeah, they must be kidding me. I think that's just kind of pulling my leg at this point, you know. Come on. Yep, they definitely weren't pulling my leg. That was actually smaller. So top tip for you: don't follow what Shylo says, because in everything he's actually wrong. Yeah, little tip for you there, lads. Don't listen to Shylo, because apparently he's just completely wrong. They say. Right, I'm going to try putting it in 8th gear again. Right, 158 miles an hour this time. 210 metres, it is an improvement. I'm going to keep doing this, because I'm not going to give up. Come on. Yeah, so that is not the way to go. We need to jump a bit further right. I apologise for wasting your time, by the way. I mean, if you want to skip this bit, then feel free. That feels good. Yes, there we go. 217 metres. Just as I said, feel free to skip. We completed it. I guess that was the lucky charm. I guess it was. Anyway, so that is the 3 PR stunts of this season completed. I thank you for watching, and watching me fail that PR stunt about 10 times. But there you go. At least you learned something. At least you learned something from my mistakes. There's always the positive side. So if you enjoyed, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. It massively helped me out. And if you want to see these guides in the future, then that is what you want to do. And also let me know what else you want to see on the channel, either regarding this week's playlist, if you're struggling with anything, or anything else to do with the game or in the future. I massively appreciate it. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.